birth to this child. She dares to be governor of Alaska. She dares to accept the offer by John McCain to be his running mate. And so the question is whether it's just too much for her to handle. Now, isn't this along the lines of what they used to say when any woman had a child? Now, I speak of somebody, my mother, along with my father, started their own small business. They started, when they were very young, a nursery school and a summer day camp. They did it all by themselves. And my mother and my father were raising 3 young boys at the time. And we were a handful. And after that, he was a small businessman. He owned a shop, and my mother, in the suburbs of Philadelphia. We did fine. We were not rich by any means, but we did fine, and my parents took good care of us. Because they loved us. And they wanted the best for us. And they gave us our start in our careers. They launched us, obviously. It's a lot of work to be a parent, and it's about time the liberals recognize that. But there are literally tens of millions of people in this country, adults, who have to weigh the raising of children, not all of whom are perfect, mentally or physically, and holding down jobs. That's what a father and a mother do. And the fact that this is a surprise to these morons at CNN really disgusts me. So only a liberal woman can be vice president of the United States. That's it. A liberal woman who would have aborted the Down syndrome baby. Is that it? Is that maybe I'm not understanding this, but they're doing a pretty bad job of explaining it. But they're not done. CNN, Cut 8, John Roberts, go.
There's also this issue that on April 18th, she gave birth to a baby with Down syndrome. The baby is just slightly more than 4 months old now. Children with Down syndrome require an awful lot of attention. The role of vice president, it seems to me, would take up an awful lot of her time. And it raises the issue of how much time will she have to dedicate to her newborn child?
That's a very good question. And I guess my guess is that perhaps the line inside the McCain campaign would be, if it were a man being picked who also had a baby, but 4 months ago with Down syndrome, would you ask the same question?
No, moron, John Roberts and moron, Dana Nitwit Bash. We wouldn't ask the same question because we're conservatives and we respect families and we think it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have a mother raise her child, whatever the circumstances, and if she chooses to pursue a professional position. There's actually something to be said for the fact that being governor takes a lot more work day in and day out because you have direct responsibilities than vice president. I'm not putting down the office. I'm just saying it seems to me she's been put to the test. She has this baby. She has 4 other children. Her 18-year-old son's going off to war in Iraq on 9/11. I am sick and tired of these liberals questioning the credentials and the lives of conservatives when they let Barack Milhouse Obama and all that crap in his background, he gets away with anything, and this idiot Biden, who's been a smear merchant and a character assassin for his whole damn time in the Senate, they're supposed to be wonderful and professional and competent, and our side's a bunch of nitwits. Screw you!
Mark Levin.
Let's be clear, the reason the libs and the media are attacking Palin is because she's a conservative, because she's young, because she has an intact family, because she's confident, she's articulate, she has an excellent record. And so all the issues they dismissed just days ago with their hero, they embrace now. Oh, she's Dan Quayle, the libs are saying. Oh, really? And what's Obama? Che Guevara? We'll be right back.
Magic.com.
Actually, Kevin, Juneau, Alaska, the great KJNO. Go.
Hey, how you doing, Mark? I love your show.
Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to weigh in as an Alaskan that we're really happy that McCain chose Palin. And I think one of the things that I like most about her is that she's not beholden to anybody. I mean, she came in, she exposed ethics violations that the head of the Republican Party of Alaska was perpetrating. Right. And, you know, she was hated by the Republican Party of Alaska, but she got in, and she's doing a great job.
Is she conservative or not?
She is, but in Alaska, conservatism is kind of interesting because we still hand out money to people every year.
Well, that's because the oil companies pay an enormous amount of money. I remember this was almost statutory, as I recall, and they distribute a percentage of it to the citizens, right?
That's right. They actually are doing an energy rebate this year of an extra $1,200 on top of the annual dividend.
So basically, all the illegal aliens should go to Alaska.
Yeah, but they got to live here for a year before they're eligible.
I'm only kidding you. All right, Kevin. God bless you. Thank you, brother. Kathleen, Long Island, WABC. Go.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Listen, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. You probably have 1 million people. I am so freaking excited. I can't sit still.
Yes.
I'm so excited about this lady from Alaska. I've been watching the video over and over again, but I do not have anything running up my legs. She's awesome. I'm so happy.
My goodness, you don't have anything running down it, do you?
No. And I have you. I don't know if you believe it, but I think this has to do with you and everybody on conservative radio pushing this. And these libs, they're probably getting ready to, I don't know.
Well, we're ready for the battle now, aren't we? Now we're engaged.
I am so excited. I love you, Mark. Keep it up. You
God
are
bless
awesome.
you. Thank you. God bless you. I don't take credit for this. You folks did this. They did test our temperature. There's no question about it. This I know as a matter of fact. All right. Well, you know what? Not enough time to take the calls. Why don't you tell these people to hold on? Next hour, oh, my God. I got some great clips, some great thoughts, some great callers, and you, my beloved audience. We'll be right back.
He's here. Now, broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Barack Obama, the son of a black man from Kenya and a white man from Kansas. Now, no matter what your politics, that is a moment for the history books.
Yes, it is. That's a moment for the history book. That would be the genius Terry Moran from Nightline this week. Barack Obama. He's obviously the product of a black man and a white man. This I didn't know. Good evening, my friends. This is Hour 2. I'm Mark Levin. Our number, 877-381-3811. 877-381-3811. Not only has the National Organization for Ugly Women, or NOW, come out against this excellent pick, Sarah Palin, of the governor of Alaska, but Chris Matthews, the Democrat hack posing as a Democrat hack, on Countdown to No Ratings. No, that's the other hack. On Screwball, he said about Obama's speech yesterday, it's being widely called one of the greatest convention speeches in history. What a dummy. We're surrounded by dummies. But before we go, before we go on, we have some unfinished business. As you'll recall, yesterday we launched the official Levin surge. And that is a surge related to Barack Obama's attempt to threaten and intimidate American citizens who dare to speak the truth or an opinion that he disagrees with. He's gone after a group for running ads about him and his buddy Bill Ayers by demanding that the Criminal Division of the Justice Department prosecute private citizens. And now he's seeking the organization's tax records to take the next step, which is to launch an Internal Revenue Service investigation of them. Yes, sounds very Putin-like, doesn't it?